All right, in this video, we're gonna focus on wrist mobility. So we're gonna do a basic drill of wrist glides. It's a good way to kind of get the wrist moving, good motor control drill, getting the bones in between the forearm and the hand moving a little bit better. The way to do this, so you're gonna start with a bent elbow, kind of by your side like this. We're trying to move kind of this area. So imagine you have like a wristwatch or some band around your wrist, and we're gonna actually move that up and down just like this. The idea is to lead the motion from here and let the hand and the forearm kind of follow along. So these are wrist glides up and down. You want to be able to get nice smooth motion with the up and down motion there. Notice if there's like spots where a little bit trickier or kind of feels like your hand is kind of shaking, your forearm's kind of shaking. So spend a little bit more time through those areas, okay? And then we're gonna go into wrist glides side to side. You wanna be able to feel even sometimes a little bit of a stretch. Like if I go out to the side, might feel a stretch on the outside here. I come in, a little bit of a stretch here. Again, depends on how tight you are. But we wanna master that lateral motion. And you can notice as I do this, my elbow stays in the same spot. And again, the motion's being guided by my wrist. So once you have lateral motions, up and down motions, then we can progress to drawing a shape. And I would go into drawing a box. Okay, nice and simple. We're going to be trying to imagine that box in front of us, and we're just following each of those lines with our wrist. Try a couple in one direction, and then the same thing in the opposite direction. Once those feel really good, then we can progress that to circles. So a little bit more advanced. Now our brain's going to kick in a little bit more fine-tuned kind of coordinated motions. This is what it looks like when we do the circle. Again, we want to be able to smoothly move it clockwise and counterclockwise. And then if that's feeling good, we have good form, good technique, a nice balance of tension in the right areas. So we shouldn't be feeling like our elbow or shoulder or other areas of our body working harder, like this feels smooth. Then we can go into figure eights. So kind of like two circles now, but we're kind of combining those together. So we can do figure eights going up and down. We can also do them side to side. So this is how to do the wrist mobility drill. These are called wrist glides or go into wrist circles. But a really good drill to start to get more coordination around that area. Again, this area is really dense in a lot of sensors, so it's a great way to make some pretty big changes, maybe up the chain if you have something going on in the elbow, in the shoulder, up in the upper body. Sometimes you can also see some really cool differences happen on the opposite side of the body. So maybe in the ankle on the right side, if you're doing the left wrist, you can make some differences on that side by working on the wrist. So there's a lot of different applications, but just for the purpose of getting control and better proprioception, start with the linear motions, turn them into that box shape, go into the circle, and then we want to go into figure eights. Once you're kind of mastered all of that, then we can add more load, more challenges to make it more challenging there. But overall, that's how you do the wrist glides and the progressions for them.